What's up, BoobTube? I'm at YouTube. I have another reaction video for you today. Make sure you hit that fucking subscribe button. It's supposed to bleep it out, but I'm not gonna bleep it out. Maybe I will bleep it out. Who the knows? Alright, anyway. Here we go. We are reacting to FaZe and streamers about, who works harder, I guess? Yeah, who works harder? Or what job is harder? But who the cares, right? Alright, here we go.
How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your job is
You would have to actually have to go to work.
Went to school, and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice.
You're high. You're hungover.
That's what I'm playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
Why do the adults sound like children also?
What's up? How's it going?
Same old different day.
Okay, all right. So my argument here is that...
Didn't he just get banned on Twitch? Wasn't he just on Kick? Am I losing it? I'm probably not losing it.
Streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9-to-5. Facts.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up. You go, you flip some patties, maybe you sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
when you're
turns
a mail
off.
carrier,
Well, he is right about that. It is a switch that never turns off. I'm constantly thinking about what I can do with my stream.
carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We
I'm
have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of
Bullshit.
people critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision we make, every thought
You
we
guys
have.
got it made, man. I wish I had it made like y'all.
We don't have
I
to go
wish.
sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
What's the next trend?
Because
What's the next
shit I
idea?
go through
Oh
every
my
day.
God, I have
And
to
got
stream
dogs,
today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have
day.
lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
You got
high energy,
I wish I
24/7.
could be at home like you and kick back.
You think they're doing coke? You think any of them are doing drugs, bro? Adderall? Anything? They have to be doing stuff. No? Maybe? I don't know.
You get paid
I don't
big
even. We're
money.
not even at home. We're walking around.
Man,
We're walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit,
stuff.
I got to slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I got to work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed
Guaranteed pay if you
No,
work.
I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
just
get paid
to
either.
collect.
We don't gotta deal with people spamming L's.
Whoever did this video, I'm just gonna let you guys know, so far you suck. You wanna know why? Because you let these people scream over each other instead of explaining why their job is harder. They should explain it first, and then they should ask questions after. This is too much for me. This is really fucking annoying. Or should I fucking bleep that? Fuck you.
Yes, we have people in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is bullshit. We don't like this video. You have to create content. Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. Fuck that. Fuck this not a
Yo.
shit.
Can somebody please tell this older guy he can become a streamer? He probably get more money than half of these fucking kids, bro.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat, whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's your
Yeah.
homeboy.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy. You right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing a flag.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
So you raise your flag. Is there a reason? reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day.
Wait, there's no reason. There's no reason. There's no reason for the flags. Just to wave them. Like we're at the fucking NASCAR race or something. Got it.
Get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up asking for a
Yo,
picture.
do these streamers know that they are children? Or is it just me? I kid. JK. I JK. Jeez.
You know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever.
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's going to last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why
cook,
you gotta
you
grind.
have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you
Job.
do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to actually go to work.
Oh no! Oh no! She said the 4-letter word! Oh! Hell yeah, she got him! She got him!
Saying you?
That's a slur. If I did
That's
lose all...
racist! Chat, that was racist. Somebody fire. That was racist.
all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody.
Okay, but what if you don't know how to read? Because I'm one of those streamers that don't know how to read, you know what I'm saying?
No followers whatsoever. He
He
would have to turn around.
You're proving my point.
You would have to turn around.
You're proving my point on why this is harder, because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have
definitely could
hundreds of people lined up. You could go cook over here, cook over there.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that
Private
security.
chef?
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen
I love pizza. I love the pizza. I love the pizza in school. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a. Sorry. I really hope I don't have to, fuck blurp all these out for YouTube. Is there a reason why I have to blurp all these out? Or is it just a thing? Because I hear a lot. Trump says fuck. Why can't I? I bleeped that out a little late, but it's alright.
You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, this is the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 local cans. I gotta make sure I get the 4 local can. And
Not to mention,
You have to do work.
The 4 local can? Bro, wait, is that like promoting? That's like promoting alcohol, right? Or he meant like, he definitely meant Monster can, because this is for children under, it's PG-13, right?
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse.
What's up, Rhonda chat? Say hi to Rhonda right now. Say hi to Rhonda. Say hi to Rhonda chat. If you don't say hi to Rhonda, I swear to God, I'll ban you guys all. Really? Nobody? It has to be delayed, bro. It has to be delayed. My chat is so delayed.
South.
Nice to meet you.
35 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative. I thought I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism. Back in the 60s and the 50s, People didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda, Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done
get spoiled.
Rhonda,
You get spoiled, and your mama and daddy keep
Rhonda,
giving it to you.
Rhonda, I got a question for Rhonda. I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda, have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30 days straight.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'll show you fucking 30 days straight. I do a subathon all fucking year round. I'm a 24-hour streamer. I don't want to fucking hear it. Fuck you. Fuck. Oh!
4 hours.
Oh,
a
wow.
day.
Cry about it.
We all stream.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight. No personal.
I don't give a fuck about your 30. Like, you shove that 30 right up your...
When have you ran a 3-minute ad? When have you ever ran? You never ran a 3-minute ad.
You trays. You're short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now
It's fake
think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine every little person. We call them parasocials. They judge your relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging you.
I got caught with my ex.
I got caught with my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health. When you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you. And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think. Social media, what they say about you.
That's our
job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, etc., or 24 hours stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh,
bro. Short-handed.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
I don't really agree with that. I don't really agree with that. He didn't just say that, right? He didn't just say that, right? That's
So you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yeah.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your editors, your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
yes! W! Can I get some W's? Can I get some W's in the chat? That's exactly.
Anything.
It's a group project.
No, because here's the thing.
That's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9 to 5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked?
I really enjoy the fact that Swag's shoes are really dirty, bro. Kind of shows he's a little humble.
Hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a year.
Why is she laughing? Bro, she's making me mad. I actually feel like they're wrong.
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder.
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you.
Makes
guys.
it easier because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%.
Talk about raises.
Makes it easier for 9 to 5 people to have a job because their pay is guaranteed.
When you go to work every day, everyone's
so you're
like...
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
Well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you're someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So
hold on. Here's the thing. I don't think any of these streamers actually know what a real job is. And none of these old people, no offense, know what streaming is. I'm gonna be honest. Because all these people became fucking famous when? Mostly when? Go ahead, say it, because I don't know.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay. That's one aspect of it.
Working
right?
at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or wherever Lacey is easier than a streamer. Yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas. You have to stay relevant.
We're talking about ideas now. Okay,
yeah,
we're talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to start with though? But it doesn't
easier.
make. But
well,
you're not even. You keep switching it. So why don't you answer my question?
I'm not switching anything.
Yeah, you 100% are.
Yeah,
so how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like what
stuff
is
that
difficult.
You need creativity. You need to get out of your circle, comfort zone. Yeah. You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch YouTube.
Much YouTube.
So it's the same thing.
Absolutely,
so the people that you're entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true. But you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment.
As a job.
But this is entertainment.
But
my question to you is why?
Absolutely.
So do you truthfully you can sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that, I'm just using that because that's the best example. Is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
in the sense of everyday activity. Because some people around here say,
it's hard.
Oh, I gotta wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Oh, okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
of
people.
When you're creating that content and you have your phone, you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
coworkers
and you're not.
That's not true at all. I have an editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing any type of content, he loses
So when
the job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he...
Does that mean streaming is officially my job since I pay an editor now? Oh my God. Chat, I have something to announce. Go yourself.
He just
JK.
takes the business and
I'm
says,
JK
oh, we're not doing
and I love
you. Lose
you.
your job.
If the work is...
If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have a job. If it wasn't for chat, I wouldn't have a job. Okay, so I'm very blessed. I really do love you. Okay, guys, I do. I appreciate ya. I appreciate ya. I appreciate Can I get some W's in the chat?
Phone or turning on the camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your coworkers and interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number of hours that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, because if they could watch me shit, chat knows that they would come to the bathroom because there's rules. There's rules. Skinny Santa Claus, there's rules.
Actually, a mental aspect.
I understand that.
No. Let me hear me out. Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most important thing in life. So do you build that?
I love how Swag is just holding his buddy right in front. I don't know what this kid's name is in front of me. He's probably older than me. but he's just holding him as he talks, like for support. Like, I need to hold you down so I can talk.
Co-workers and stuff like that.
Sorry, bye.
See you later. So you have a lot of flags.
And he's still holding him. He's still holding him. He's still holding him. Even after he gets up, he's still holding him. Look at him. Look at him. I'm sorry. It's just funny. It's just funny. Yo, is that girl a streamer or does she work, bro? What kind of job does she have that she's okay with using her? She better be a waitress or something.
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. She's right. I'm not gonna lie. She's right.
All right. So you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home. I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home. But if I didn't, I would have
Wait, did anybody see that in the background? It said girlfriend, and then look at what happened.
Time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental beautiful girlfriend. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get.
Look at how disappointed they all got. All of them. All of them got so disappointed, bro.
At home.
But look at Swag's face. Look at that. They all got disappointed. I just snorted. Fuck you, chat.
But if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long
berated.
have you been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other opportunities.
You're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
If I could answer a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying like to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home. Like
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would have been able to do it without.
Example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right.
Yeah. Yo, did he?
Fell off completely. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden.
He's about to eat his friend. I need to go find this video after this and watch it, bro. He's about to find. Yeah. I would do the same thing.
It went down, right? Yeah. I lost everything, fell off completely. About to myself. It's a real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So going back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making more than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was losing.
You were in the red every month.
I was in the red every single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone across the country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
I don't like why she's laughing.
Yeah, why is she laughing? Why is she laughing? Somebody kick that old lady over, bro.
So I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege?
It is.
But my mom. How's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to take 9 to 5.
Different discussion. So a lot of people don't have houses
A lot of
When they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5?
families that support them or accept them.
But that's a whole different conversation.
Wait, even if you're 16, you can't work a 9 to 5 because you're in school. So where's this conversation going exactly? Because I thought every 16-year-old is still at home most of the time until you're 18, right? I mean, I know I was. I was out before 18, but I know.
What does that have to do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive.
They should have asked me to be on this show. Only because I did work really hard before streaming, and streaming, I feel like streaming is harder. If I wish all the time I can go back to work. Streaming is a lot harder. I miss working. The only thing that's great about streaming is literally I get to make my own schedule.
So the fact that you were given
So how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do.
Basically, he never worked before, like meaning like a real job. Like he's never had to work. He's always been in content creation, and for people like that, I really don't give a fuck for.
We all got paid the same every single month. Let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her.
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How's it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day, even if
let's say I lost it all tomorrow.
You still have residuals of your previous viral videos. Even if people are hating on you and shitting on you, that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
were we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Streamer University, my ass. Get out of here.
How you doing, bro?
Good, how you doing?
Alex.
Gabe.
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people.
Is his eyebrows real, bro? Or does he just dye it that way? They just look thick as fuck. There ain't no way his eyebrows are that thick and he has no hair, bro. There ain't no... I know, they're all smiling in the back. Do you see that?
Who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing. It's a weekly thing. It's a monthly thing. It's a yearly thing. It's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're going to lose their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers, and you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now. They get potentially homeless.
I can't stop looking at his eyebrows.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check
you're
it out.
done.
Okay, so listen. But to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you, you need to build that over years and years and years and hours of trust and communication and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you. You don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers, 3 million subscribers.
Of course not. It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time, no matter what. Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so. I have to do that same
so
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, bro.
We already know what you're doing. We have to produce new shit every day.
For me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take years to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I don't think anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could quick scope.
I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then do streaming.
Okay.
So
with how many people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stage?
Is that who owns FaZe? I don't know nothing about fucking FaZe. Nada! I know nada!
You had a team. Was it just you? Like
No. It was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because
years
a
old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if it
you
didn't
did.
exist, you couldn't press play, you couldn't press record, and then just talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on. Then boom, there you go.
Right, but I also had to spend years earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
Halfway done with it. Let's go, chat.
I'm Vicky, and my
So corny.
perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist.
Core
Physical
member, or-
job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys.
Why does she
can
look so
even
familiar?
compete with the
Oh,
physicality.
brother.
You guys just
I know how to do a 3
They do this interview in New
sitting on your
Jersey?
butt and talking into a microphone.
know.
Is
So
very different.
So wait.
Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around, get up early in the morning. You stand on your feet all day. You never sit down.
I hear you, I hear you.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your
just
job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
So
your
thing
job
is-
isn't
your
physically
thing is
taxing. You're just talking into a
So
microphone.
listen. So your whole thing. Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No,
physical.
but-
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk
job
for a
where you physically have to do
So-
some hauling around stuff.
So
and
physically, I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200K montage. You can't.
man.
No one in here.
Come on, man.
None of you could.
But you
none
can
of
carry
you-
some just
None of
some
you could
hair and makeup.
physically
And you have
go
to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
You
yes.
take it on 4 days, you had a trick shot. You take it 4 days, you had a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would
Hours
have to
a
do
day.
that.
And then your day is never done.
I
When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
No,
all of the things
wait.
that you
Stop.
use?
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You
done.
don't know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When
Can
you're
you
done, you're
imagine
done.
these
Oh
things?
my God, this
Yo, this poor lady. She doesn't know what he's talking about, bro. Oh my God. Yeah, they put the wrong people. I don't know. Maybe they did this. They had to put the wrong people in the room for a reason, bro. Because these people don't know nothing about electronics, bro. I think they should have made it a mix of people, and they should have made it a mix of people that actually worked, and then became streamers. Like they should have put somebody like me on there. Cause I'm listening to this debate and I'm just like, well, I did both for both amount of years, and I'm gonna be honest with you, with the job I had before, yeah, I'd rather do that. But there's pros and cons to both, because like I could wake up one day and I could have a flat tire and not make it to work, you know, and then also like my power goes out, I'm fucked, you know. So it's like vice versa. There's like, I think it's not about 9 to 5 versus streamers. I think it's just about work in general. Work in general is just hard. It's mentally taxing, no matter what kind of job you do. If you get up and whether you're doing something you love or you don't like, whatever, to make money, period, it's gonna be tiring.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling resamples.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked. The main underlying argument here is what you do is physically
daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and hard than what any of us
and
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing.
Dangerous. How about streaming? Streaming is dangerous, bro. Streaming is very dangerous. I'm putting my whole life out on the internet for people to fuck with me. Somebody can come kill me whenever. Whenever they wanted to. Somebody could break in right now and kill me. And nobody would be here. Yeah, getting swatted. Any job is dangerous. You getting up and leaving in the morning. You just living life is dangerous. And that's something that I hope, you know, or she doesn't understand or she needs to understand, bro.
You cannot physically trick shot. You could never. I would go as far as.
So how many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours a day do you trick shot? How many
I don't
hours?
know. This guy's. Yo, Gabe, you're acting like you physically get up and trick shot besides your thumbs. Make the argument a little bit better, please. Please, please. You're acting like you pick up your sniper and you sit there and just turn around and go pew with your own fucking gun, bro. Can you please explain this better, bro? I know it's mentally draining, but like physically, it's just like, yeah, your hands will get like tiring, but like physically. Is paying attention to something physical? Oh, trick shot! Get out of here! Get out of here!
It was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However long I needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zones.
Stick drill.
Wait, to do trick shots, you gotta turn it up like that? Bet. I'm gonna try these trick shots after this video. Watch this. And if I get any trick shots, I'ma put it to the end of this video and I'm gonna show FaZe, bro. This is gonna be my application for FaZe. You. Fucking.
The thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait.
They're laughing, but that's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost decapitated him.
He quoted his thoughts.
A crackhead ran up to him, bro, and threw a pumpkin at his face. Oh my god.
My name is Thelma. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
I'm sorry. I gotta pause this really quick. I need to go get my gummies, and yes, it's gonna be part of the video. And yes, in the video, they're gonna wait a whole minute for me to go upstairs, because I don't believe in keeping it playing as I go upstairs, because that's stealing content. Alright, I might have grabbed the whole sandwich, but fuck off, chat.
Occupation on my last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
So
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
Very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes, all that. You know, because it's who you are. That you know, we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers, and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
Are you serious?
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
What do we do? Yo, somebody get this lady off the set, bro. I talk about it all the time. I'm interacting with you guys, bro. It's exhausting. I don't want to talk all the time. The hell?
What are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
So wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video who save lives every day, probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out to the clubs at night, staying out till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was having fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so.
So, what I'm saying is like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
Okay, now.
What kind of shit's going on?
You go to the club, you get to put some shit.
Fun. Guys. You don't feel touched? And plus, why would you want to be touching people? Why would you guys want to be touching people anyway? I thought you had to ask permission to touch people. Why is that lady touching people, bro? Am I wrong? Chat. Why is that lady touching people, bro? And are they about to have a debate about touching people, bro? Because I don't think this should be a debate. I don't think that anybody should be touching people. This should not be a fucking debate.
On and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're hungover. Just get off screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You chose that.
But is that your choice?
We can't.
What is that your choice?
Now. That's what's happening
what
now.
What is that your choice?
It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9-to-5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts, souls, mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many bands we need a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you watch any entertainment?
Oh my God.
Of course I watch
So
entertainment. I got kids. I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I laugh.
So then the interaction.
We're touching them.
But the interaction is not
Did it make
real.
you feel better?
When I'm watching it.
Wait, did it make you feel better?
What make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
Have you ever been entertained?
Have you ever been entertained and
like,
coming.
I feel good.
Some of it is fake. Some of it is fake.
You see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer because I'm debating him.
Okay,
But go ahead.
Right after this.
Well, maybe I can see what she's saying, like, in a way. But here it goes. Sometimes I don't know if I'm touching your guys' heart. I don't know if I'm changing anybody's life. Some people don't tell me, so I don't know whose heart I'm changing. I can see that aspect. Because big streamers like him, there might be one person in his chat that he doesn't even know. And is afraid to say something. Get out of here. Stop it. Stop it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You know, you just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
I'm a very social person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am. I do social media.
I'm saying what we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, "Oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking.
day.
Their hands shaking.
Like you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had kids
Ben
come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life. Had kids come up to me and say these things. So
Okay.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say.
He did not just say that, bro. He did not just say that. He didn't say that was easy. He makes the same food every day. That shit's not easy. Working in a food restaurant is not easy, bro.
Being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the most difficult shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude, honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
She works at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said. You don't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't
There
get a
ain't no
job.
way he just did that. He ain't no way he just did that, bro. He didn't mean that. I know for a fact he didn't mean it like that, bro. Target audience means like the age range. Like if I was gonna think of a target audience of me, it's like 25 to 40-ish. I would like to have a mix, but I don't know what my target audience is, honestly. But that's what he meant, and I'm sure. I don't know what he does with video games, I guess. So I don't know, from high school to people our age, I guess. I don't know. I just can't believe he switched it around. Unless he's automatically thinking that his audience are for black people. Like maybe that's what he thinks. Maybe the creator, I don't know this guy's name. Maybe he I don't know. That's crazy.
Because I got taxed. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest.
I'm sorry, but him going right to saying because I'm black. Okay, Silky's his name. All right. Well, him going right to saying he's black tells me that his target audience are for black people. Automatically. That's how I took it. Now, that's just my opinion, but don't don't fucking deep throat me because of that.
Biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize in maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will. Okay.
I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Yeah, Will.
Come on, bro.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
do you enjoy what you do?
If I make it fun.
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But
you're on his decent.
Okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hey, that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No. Listen. Listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people.
Wait, he smokes? You're allowed to smoke on the face? Bro. Alright, bet.
With thousands of them. No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now I wake up, I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my
he got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
See him.
I gotta make sure I'm freshly shaving. I'm not shaving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool.
So he got fat.
Now
He gets upset about that? Aw. That's not something to get upset about. If I was a guy and they saw me that I didn't shave, I would be like, oh my god, get over it. I'm human, bro. Maybe that's just me, because I stream 24/7. You guys seen me with no freaking eyebrows before, so I don't know, bro. It doesn't bother that stuff doesn't bother me. That little stuff bothers him. That's crazy.
Game Marvel Rivals.
They should go outside more.
but probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I can just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we can just scrub something around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m., I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is fried.
Do you know what's crazy?
My mind
8, 9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
You
today.
already did my
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but
No.
do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
No, I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
It means-
is that racist?
Wow.
Get this racist out of here. He has no social cues. Oh, you're back?
Babe, I want to say to you.
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said
I'm an
you
introvert.
said,
I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
and that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
Wait, Rhonda does content? She said she didn't do content. Rhonda does content? Ava, you lying. You lying. Rhonda FaZe? Ava, you lying, bro. Rhonda's lying? Bro. Well, we're gonna find out. Rhonda's just crazy.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
I think streaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again. My question. If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
I kind of want to kick that lady's chair in the back, bro. Only I did that. I broke up with somebody for streaming.
To decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to do.
so you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if
touch
I was flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But,
2, 3.
okay, and the
But I was streaming before. I just wanted to put more hours in. Plus, he was on the other side of, the country. And we just talked over the phone. It was 2 hour. It was like a 2-year relationship over the phone. That's about it. So, was it really choosing anything? You're cute. You're cute, Ava.
Back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
But that's not the point.
That was my
No,
choice.
that's
That was
my
my
point.
choice. It was my choice. It was my choice.
That's the point.
You gave up your girlfriend for streaming. Come on now.
Shit, he ran
I give up dick for streaming every day.
He did it for a bag. But the thing is, it comes to a point. Do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick something that I love? Something that I'm passionate about and motion. I pick motion.
Okay.
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa? Amazing name.
Thank you. I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent off people's fuck up. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5 that you could create yourself.
Motion
Whatever you
over.
want.
Yep,
Nine to
I
five.
agree.
You would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it?
Mm.
Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show it's done. What happened to all those actors?
It's
after?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no, I'm saying if thousands of you
Honey.
stop watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model, but
Okay.
I've worked since I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more stop.
I'm gonna cry.
And I also think, you know,
I'm
everybody in here,
upset.
right, if you guys all
I'm
try
upset.
to be streaming, right? And then we all try to do what you guys do.
You get L's in your chat.
The
You're just gonna
probability
see
of
me
everybody
eating on
trying to be
YouTube.
an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is you just got lucky because you're a gamer. You got lucky. There's so many
Lucky.
people
I was,
like
just,
you
I was
out
talented.
there.
I wasn't. It
These
wasn't
days,
pure luck. I was-
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No, no,
I
but-
will say, Swag, I feel like definitely worked really hard for his. Probably because I watched him blow up. I got to watch. I kind of got to watch him, Nick Merckx, and all them, kind of just go big during like COVID a little bit. So, I don't know. I respect Swag and all of them.
No. But specifically what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. You know, it's basically all pure talent.
Okay.
And Swag is from a different background. He pays for his mama's stuff now, bro. He didn't have it very good growing up.
Why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
I also believe I believe he did work at some point. I could be wrong. You can quote me on that, but I know there was a time maybe he did. I'm not too sure. Maybe his mom went to work 2 jobs. I have to go back and read or watch the video again.
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like.
So you were
gaming.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I was
camera.
16, so it wasn't really
yeah,
like that.
you weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life, like what
He
should
was
I
not.
study, what should I like, where do I?
He didn't.
Where does
I
my
don't think
life
he
go?
worked.
You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just he's
He was
determined.
16. He just said it.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
Yeah, no.
That's what we do too. We go to
it
school,
wasn't
we
luck.
study.
Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think, you know, people who don't have a job, you know, they feel they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss
Is
all
he
his
the
hard
best?
work and all of his
Is he the
talent?
best?
I got four
No,
last
but
year. No. Let me get my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th.
What?
So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
So
you're
that's not luck. That's
like
pure.
less than
That's
1%.
pure skill.
So you're dismissing. Is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
No, they're just
Or
tall.
I mean, they have a
They're just
talent.
tall.
They have
They
a
work-
talent.
they had a
but
They're tall.
So what
you
do
know how many talented people out there and don't get the chance, they don't get the shot at it?
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at
what
all.
you just said.
You just
No.
said.
What he did
I
to get
said
to
a
where he
lot
is.
of people are talented don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA.
But I didn't even
Alright,
get a
well,
shot.
you tell
It was
FaZe
what I
that.
did it off
Tell
the
him right
strength
now.
of me. You know, there was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was just.
Say it in chat.
You did it?
Ava, say
No,
it.
you being
Say
serious?
it.
Why you laughing?
Say it.
I
If FaZe, we want Aiden Ross in here.
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 was I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job.
Oh,
and still
see,
went
he
to
did
school.
go to. I knew it.
So
I
that's
knew it.
not-
He did
I mean,
work.
if
See,
that's luck,
see,
if that's luck,
see.
where's
That
the luck
I
at?
knew he worked. I knew it.
Again.
Is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job, we're lucky in some sort of way. But off of specific pure talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not
He was
saying
doing
about
all
you.
his
Just
own
in
edits
general.
and everything, bro. That's
And
what I was
there's
trying to
so
tell
many
you.
people that are
2,000
very
of his
talented
own
never get a
edits.
shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So there are so many even talented actors here. They never get a shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what, I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career.
Damn.
Is there something funny?
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride?
It does take talent to play Call of Duty. Do you see? I would love to see this old lady try to get first place, bro. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it.
Made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so
Exactly, that's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop on a game and do what I do.
You couldn't do it.
That's a skill.
Your son couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it. Your son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I would wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. Yep. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
You don't think
I agree with it. I agree with that.
You're just too old to understand. That's It's just, I can't argue that because
y'all could never play FNCS either. It's the same shit.
There's a disconnect. You come from a generation where this didn't exist. This career, you looked at this career and you laughed. Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports? When you grew up, this didn't exist. So no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
And it's fun. But it's like,
that's okay.
Oh, you gotta fight back.
That's
You gotta fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
That's me and you.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to meet
What's
you.
up? My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed?
Furloughed? I haven't heard that name in such a long time.
Being what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
Same way you can do if you get laid off.
Furloughed?
Furloughed.
It's kind of not the same concept. Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know, but if you lose a job, you
just get another one.
No, you can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day.
Is she a
with the same
midget?
Spiel. Have to give that smile of.
I don't mind if she is. I was just asking.
I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
Oh, never mind.
You uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views.
Went to school and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked. I worked.
Oh, so that you had another job?
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder?
Then what?
Than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't
waiting for.
When cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Well,
I'm not security.
That's
I just
a
go.
one
I go like this. I go like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game playing video games?
I mean, is he
I
wrong?
wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
But people millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent.
I think what Swag does is a talent. I like I said, I called it before we started listening to the Swag, and I told you guys what I thought I knew on him, and I was absolutely right. So, chat, right? Because I knew he worked, bro. I freaking knew it, bro. And he did all his stuff for 7 years before even getting big, bro. 7 years before getting big.
It's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart, that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this.
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely
they have their opposable thumbs like
gifted,
so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso.
Yeah,
it's like, what?
I'm saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You couldn't
win
it. You couldn't. You couldn't
qualify.
You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even
qualify?
find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it, but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does. You're just dismissing. Like,
I'm not
oh,
dismissing. I'm saying
it's
that's
not
easy.
A skill, it's not a talent.
I
Like,
said it's a skill. I
easy.
didn't say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that you
But
can
how
hone.
do you
and
know?
master.
How do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I
don't.
played Mario Kart.
Oh,
Not at a professional
wow.
level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder? How do you know?
What does it take to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So
What does it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours of work, and editing, and filming, and constantly.
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had to put tens of thousands of hours.
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players? You
I
couldn't.
can also put. I can circle back and give
Do
you
you know how to
different
short launch
terms
pad?
from
When
my
you're trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving. Do you know
I
how to
don't
short?
know. What is that? No,
Launch
I
pad?
don't.
What is
We
that?
couldn't, but Excel sheet, we could do Excel sheet.
No, but exactly.
They're just talking. They're just talking game.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come to you.
babysitter, I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you wanted to, you would.
If us four
Put on
took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh.
But let me give you. If I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
If I wanted to, I would.
So let's pay for her, whatever it is. Give you 3
please.
days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No, that's not how the job works. You paid me, I'll get the job done.
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame in this
Exactly.
and technology is totally different now. Because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with chalk. I appreciate and respect what they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are. But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was harder. And that's what I feel. So
My mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
Damn. Well. Alright, BoobTube. Hit that subscribe button. That's reaction number. Video number what? 3? 3. Alright. See you later, BoobTube.